Welcome back, everyone. So a bit of a quick video on some features would be great for the Roadside Research Alien and Shop automation update. So before we get in the sort of features, I just want to quickly say, so for the restocking part of the sort of Alien NPCs, when that gets added, as is with automation sort of stuff. So again, don't know exactly how they're going to work exactly, but I think best kind of way to have it would be to break them into somewhat three ways. So essentially early morning, or essentially morning shifts is like this before you open up the store. So have it that so this is when they take from the truck, or what they'll do, say early in the morning, is they'll check the storage and they'll see what's here, and they'll essentially see what's out here. So say we've got what was this? Say a box of cereal. So say the shelves here completely picked clean of the cereal sort of thing. What they can then do is say come back here and be like, right, we've got a box of cereal here. We're going to say 5 pieces here. This thing needs a full new shelf of it. So they'll take all of it that's there, and then maybe some type of, I don't exactly know on it, but I mean, again, you'd be able to see up there. But so yeah, so early in the morning sort of thing, they'll do that. But then say you've also got a truck here that they will take from here first. They'll load in, and again, say there's say 20 can stack onto a shelf, and they've only put 5, and then there's like, right, we've got nothing else back here in storage, and then they'll be like, right, do we have anything out? I mean, again, it should be, I think it'd be able to see what's what, but then it'd be like, right, we've got stuff, a new box in what you call here, the truck sort of thing. So it'd be like, right, take it from there, and then they'll take it straight from there, put it into here, and then put a new box on the shelf sort of thing. Then midday type thing, same sort of thing. Cereals half of the shelves empty. They'll come in here. They'll be like, right, fresh box here. Let's take this one in here and fill this straight back up. And then we've gooped on the ground. And then say nighttime shift is, again, say there is nighttime shift could actually be specifically set to restock this part first. So again, nighttime, say when you get your order in, again, like it could obviously work any way. It could still work with taking stuff from here and the I'm forgetting what it's called now, the truck. So yes, essentially take from the truck at night and then specifically stocks this up. So something like that would be literally of early morning, or like essentially morning shift before you open. They'll take from here first, and then they'll essentially prioritize this part here first, and then after they've finished stocking, then they'll check the truck. And I don't know, again, it all depends on how they're going to have it, but then even say throughout the day, like midday, same sort of thing, they'll prioritize here. They either won't worry about the truck, or they will. Or again, it really literally depends on how it gets coded. And then nighttime is they'll specifically worry about going from the truck first and then stocking this stuff, and then maybe doing that, like working it out here sort of thing. So yeah, again, don't know exactly how that's going to work in terms of the restocking and stocking sort of thing, because I kind of feel like the best way to have it somewhat is literally something like that, of having it cut into your 3 shifts. One is essentially prioritized on restocking the shelves out in the store. One is specifically dedicated to stocking up the storage, which I kind of feel like nighttime makes more sense to stock up the storage. Daytime or early morning, restock the shelves, and then midday is essentially working out of the storage department sort of thing. So yeah, something like that would be great. Anyway, so for the features. So, Goop Fridge to boost the worker speed. Pretty simple one. Boosts our speed when we're working. although we go too fast, obviously some of that, although it could also be made to be, you actually require goop to have the alien workers, so I don't exactly know how you'd have it, but say one worker is, say, one goop sort of thing. Maybe the alien workers can produce the goop as well. I don't know. They're kind of making their own currency then, or they're kind of making their own money for the day. Again, I don't know how that's gonna get worked, but yes, as is definitely, because the alien goop's supposed to be able to be sold to the humans, so it'd be great as well. Still, if we can still use them for the alien workers to boost their speed for something like that. If you want to have specifically nighttime sort of thing for that, again for shifts or somewhat of a shift like that. For that, of like, if you want your nighttime stuff to be the quickest, then they'll do it that, or again nighttime and early morning sort of restocking, they'll use the goop. Throughout the day they won't use the goop sort of thing, something like that. And obviously maybe it's one to, because obviously they don't last very long, but it'd be something like, say they use only one that extends their speed for that amount of time or whatever, I don't know. But again, something around that that sort of path. So specific jobs for alien workers. This could technically work in, again, like I was saying, with the different shifts. So maybe you've got one, well, again, instead of, say, the morning, midday, and nighttime ones, you've got one alien specifically dedicated to, again, prioritize taking stuff from the truck into the storage one, and then one that's specifically dedicated to from the storage one into the store. Other thing for something like that, we do technically, yes, have the automatic pumps, but then I do believe there is supposed to be the car wash in the future coming. Another cool thing, just I have thought of this before, I might again make a video on some other things that we could add, a bit like a repair shop type of thing in the back. That could be pretty cool, but essentially you have alien workers helping out with the pumps and stuff like that. But then you've also got the fuel racks. Others also know as of this literally been standing still for all that time. But yes, like out here. So same sort of thing with the fuel racks. You can have one alien dedicated to go from the truck back there and then bring the fuel here, and then they will automatically refuel the pumps, because that's kind of another thing I feel like is important, is having an alien to do the pumps. Because they are technically automated, the pumps, but they're not automated to do that side of the refueling sort of phase. Sort of thing, so that's one thing for that. A hover dolly, that's another sort of thing. So obviously that could work for the workers sort of thing here. So I kind of feel like a hover dolly type of hover cart type of thing would work specifically for them taking their stuff from the delivery van, and then they'll take it in here. So they could maybe fit 4 or 5 boxes on it sort of thing, and then like they'll park it in here somewhere, say like around here sort of thing, and then they'll go and take that, and then it'll be like, right, we'll stack it here, there, and sort of thing like that. So again, hover dolly, that would be kind of a cool thing, kind of help to increase the production. Or again, that could be used for the goop freaks, that stuff like that could be their sort of upgrade sort of thing. Kind of big thing somewhat for me is these 8 packs of drinks, 8 or 6 packs. Well, they are, I think one's a 6-pack, one's an 8-pack. Point being though is NPCs fly at these, like usually this entire shelf is just full of them, but within the first like hour or so of the opening the store, like in-game hour sort of thing, these are gone. Like there's nothing left sort of thing. NPCs just fly at this, so that is one problem I'm actually kind of finding. So hopefully we can have some type of bigger thing for this, but again, obviously automatic aliens are gonna help massively in that regard. For that reason, you can have a whole heap of that stuff stored at the back. And sort of finished off is to somewhat stop NPCs buying items that are sort of unlocked but not in store. So for that example of stuff like that, of what do we say? Where are we? We'll say the, what was it? Drinks. So we've got all these drinks, but say you don't have any say the light buzz bright, what it's called, that one there essentially. So Actually, I'm also noticing they're saying they're an 8-pack, but they're actually a 6-pack. At least for the cola it is, it looks like. I think. Yeah, I think those are a 6-pack. Anyway, but yeah, say you don't want to be selling any more of these, so say the cola's more profitable, you don't want to be selling the light sort of stuff, or the bright, whatever that says. That you can essentially click it in somewhat like the price menu thing here that, or say like the cereal, that the bio one will be like, right, don't want to sell no more bio cereal, not actually discontinue it, but essentially click it that literally not selling that at the moment sort of thing. I kind of think, again, that would be a cool thing because I think I did mention this already. I have a whole heap of orange juice here that I did mistakenly buy, but it's like if you got orange juice and apple juice unlocked, that essentially you don't have to sell the apple juice as well, type of thing like that. I have had this orange juice for ages. I'm not really selling it very well, unfortunately. I don't think it's the price either. I think it's just they're not wanting the orange juice because there is so much of it. But yeah, still something like that. It's just to click off for certain things, or it's like, say, these alien ones. The pink ones, I think, actually sell for a slight bit less, but they also cost less. So, still thing like that. If you don't want to sell the pink ones, you only want to sell the green ones because they're the most safe, they're the most profitable, sort of thing. But sort of thing like that, you can click off so you're not selling certain items because naturally that's a thing. Somewhat discontinued items, somewhat, I don't know. But something, again, like that you can essentially say that we're not selling this at the store no more, buy something else sort of thing. So you're not always getting the NPCs getting the upset because you don't have their whatever stuff in the game. But yes, as there's a few sort of things, I did try and make this. I did want to have this under 5 minutes. But yes, as is unfortunately enough, but better than it was. Anyway, as this, hope everyone has enjoyed. Shall see everybody next time.